All right, this tutorial is how to do a sports or club layout video. And so I'm going to jump onto something that we haven't even done, we haven't even taken pictures for, which is basketball, but I'm going to use that as an example. So I'm going to go to page 82, and in the assignment, that I gave you guys on Google Classroom, it says, hold on, let me scroll down so you can see this. It says it has your, sorry, it has your assignments here, and it has these little stars here, and the stars say sports club layout. So if you have a little star by your name, you have a sports club layout. If you don't have a star by your name, you don't have to watch this video. Okay, back to Lifetouch. So if you have a sports club layout, for the most part, this is going to be true for everything, except maybe chess is going to be a little different, and maybe one of the other clubs, because we ended up taking 2 pictures yesterday instead of 1. But basically, this tells you what it is. This is the team, group, or name. So if it's varsity girls basketball, well, actually, I'm gonna see what this is down here on the bottom. There's the page details. This tells me that it's a sports club layout, and it looks like I was the last person on this page. And usually, I guess it doesn't do that anymore, it tells me what was on that page. I have pages. I can skim through all the pages if I need to. It's sort of like having a ladder at the bottom. And the parking lot, I'm not going to talk about. Okay, so I happen to know, because I have the ladder next to me, that this is varsity boys and varsity girls basketball. So if I have this layout, remember I'm not going to do anything on the top. I'm going to grab here. Hold on. I don't know if you noticed, but I just barely moved the name. If you move anything at all on the page, you want to either do a back arrow or you want to do Command Z to undo, because I had barely, when I clicked on this, I moved the name. So you want to do that right away. So here we go again. Click, double click. Now I'm going to highlight all this, and this one is going to be boys varsity basketball. All right, and it fits on there. Look at that. And then this one down here will be girls varsity basketball. That's pretty easy, huh? Now I'm going to need to find the pictures that go in here. All right. So I'm going to go over to my menu over here, and you're going to look for Lifetouch. All right. We're going to look for Lifetouch Sports. All right. I'm not sure why they have all the volleyball girls in here as well. See, for some reason they have all the volleyball girls in here. But this is where we get our big group picture. And we haven't put in the varsity boys basketball or the varsity girls basketball because they haven't taken those pictures, but let's just pretend that this is the girls basketball picture. So I just drag it and drop it in. Okay. And then I'm going to double click on it, and I'm going to make it a little bit bigger so their bodies almost touch the frame. And I don't want feet or knees or anything off the page, but I can center that a little bit. Then we've got one main coach here, and the coach is Coach T. So I'm going to go find her picture in a different place, and I'll tell you that in just a minute. Did you need me? You were just messing with somebody? Oh, I have to tell you something this is super cute. Okay, so Serafina came to the game at the end of the game yesterday, and so anytime she sees a ball, she always says, "Daddy," because we call my husband Big Daddy. So you were across over by the, where they do scoring, and it was just like either right at as the game went, and then you're walking there. She goes, "Daddy!" I'm like, "No, that's not Daddy," but.
I'll answer too.
And then we were driving home, and there was some guy going into his house. She goes, "Daddy!" I'm like, "No, that's not him either."
Yeah, so she's not a friendly John.
That's right. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to back up, and we're back to this main menu here, but I want to go to portrait images. Right. I happen to know Coach T is the main girls varsity basketball coach. We've got extra in case there's more coaches, all right? So I'm going to go over here, and this tells you kind of the name of the grouping and how many pictures are in it. Well, here's 8th grade, and there's 88 pictures, and 9th graders 98, and so on and so on and so on. And we get down here, it says staff 439 photos. It says district administration 13 photos, district-wide 34 photos, and Newman Academy Fielder, Newman Academy Gibbons. So I think I'm going to start here because she's on staff here at Gibbons, and I'm going to click it. And then you'll start seeing pictures. So it goes by their last name, De La Cruz. There she is, drag and drop. And there she showed up. And then we would type in her name, and look, it's spelled correctly right here. So you're going to go here, double click, and call her Coach T. Well, that's what she goes by, right? And then you have to make some choices. So here for this one, I don't need these, right? So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one. And all I did was highlight it and push delete, or you can click on the trash can. Either one of those works. I'm not sure if she wants me to put in assistant coach. I still have to check on that. So I'm going to grab all 4 of these. And instead of moving them with my cursor, I'm going to move them with the right arrow. And it just moves it really slightly, but it will move it in line. So you can't see this, but I'm keeping touching the right arrow. And then she should be moved. There, see how she moved? So the problem is if you do move her, you're going to have to make sure that these line up. If there's only 1 coach or 2 coaches, you have to line them up, all right? And then it says, this is the names of the players and the students. So right now, I don't have those players listed, but I will have them in Slack, right? I will have them in Slack under yearbook. So anytime I get something for the yearbook, I'll just post it in here, and you can go in and cut and paste. So you would highlight it. For instance, this is Mr. Tinklenberg's message, and if you were doing that page, it's already done though. You would just highlight that, copy it, and then you would put it back where you needed to put it here. All right, so you're gonna format those pages, whatever your topic is, and make sure everything's spelled correctly. All right, and I will get these things to you by next week. All right, that's it for now.